Seguimos aquí en Resurrection Fest TV en Backstage donde tenemos el set y ahora le toca, es el turno de The Ghost Inside. I'm here with Jonathan. Jonathan, welcome to Resurrection Fest. How you doing today?
I'm doing excellent, man. This festival is really awesome. Like, we pulled into the city, Vivero. Yeah, we were walking around and we're like, how is this city going to hold a festival? But then we, see all the fans camping out, and then we get to the festival grounds, and it's really awesome.
Yeah, it's a very small town, and right now it's over 100,000 people here, but usually during the year it's like 15,000 living in here. So,
crazy.
Yeah, actually, I don't know, did you get to see a little bit of the restaurants and all that area? Because food is really good here.
Yeah, we came from, our last show was in the Netherlands, so we drove overnight to France, and then from France to here, and we had 2 days off. And we just been around eating, going to the beach, like hanging out. I don't drink, but some of the guys are drinking sangria and just like good times. Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome. I'm happy that you're having a really good time.
Yeah, it's nice.
Good. Let's talk about music. And you released a single on February this year, but you haven't released an album in quite a while. So we are expecting that. Fans are expecting that. So we want to know if you're working on new material, if there's an album coming up, or what's going on.
We actually have new music in the works. Some stuff recorded. No official release date yet, but I would say sooner than later, you'll be hearing some new music from us. So
soon is within 2023, or?
Yeah, definitely this year. Yeah, definitely this year.
Okay, you got it here.
Heard it here first.
Thank you for that. Also, you're talking always about in your lyrics about overcoming obstacles in life, and it's quite inspiring for fans, for the public, for the audience around the world. But you definitely are an example of that, we say. There's so many bands out there who usually talk about certain subjects, but they don't, really believe or live what they preach. But in your case, it's definitely an overcoming experience, like everything that happened in the past. And we can tell that we're going to have a lot of Ghost Inside in the future. So, I want to know how much of that and those lyrics help you guys, help yourself.
I mean, like you said, we were in a position prior to our accident. We were in a position to where things were going really well for us. We were on tour. We had tons of fans, tons of friends, tons of family. Everything was going good, and we didn't have a lot of stuff to complain about. We didn't have a lot of hard adversity in our life, and then but we always preached it and we always believed it. And then the accident happened. And for a long time, I wanted to give up and I wanted to stop. And then so many fans from across the world were like, to me specifically, to like our band, but like to me, sending me messages being like, the Ghost Inside helped me through the worst time in my life. They helped me through my accident. They helped me get through, someone in my family passing away. They helped me get through my divorce. They helped me get through all this kind of stuff. And I thought it would be really hypocritical for us to not come back. We had to come back to prove to ourselves and to our fans that our lyrics are real and that we mean what we say. We had to show everyone that we practice what we preach. And if we didn't come back, it would just be all for nothing,
I think it's very brave, and you're, as I said, an example of your own lyrics. So that's great. You're obviously going to leave a legacy with your music. What would you like that legacy to be?
Just like you said, life is hard sometimes. It comes in waves. There's times where life is really good, and there's times when life really, really sucks. And, if anything I want people to take away from our band is that it's never just going to be like this. It's always going to be in waves, and you have to live through the bad and get through the bad to really appreciate when things are good, and things can stay good for a while, but bad things are going to happen. You are going to deal with deaths around you. You are going to lose people. Friendships are going to fade, and it's going to be tough, but I just want ultimately I want everyone to know that they don't have to give up. Like it might suck for them at the moment, but it will always get better.
It's so good because, like, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, it was kind of like taboo to talk about mental health, right? And now more and more is people's more open about it, and musicians have, that spread the word about it and the importance of that. And I think you guys are doing a great job with it.
Thank you. Yeah, mental health is a big thing, not just for us, for a lot of bands in our music scene have to deal with, the mental strain and the stress of dealing with things, and especially how online is now. Like, people are so negative and so quick to just like fire at you, and it's so hard to like just shake it off. And like, for musicians, we spend so long away from our friends and families that it's tough, and to survive this and like, go to bed every night and miss your home. It's tough. So it's really important. Mental health is more important, more talked about now than ever before, and I think that's a great thing, because I know a lot of people that I've talked to, like in our friends group, have dealt with mental health stuff, and it's good that it's coming to light and that people are talking about it more and more.
Yeah, definitely. Good job in that as well. Um, you've been on the scene for 19 years. Next year is gonna be your second, like, yeah, decade anniversary. Are you planning anything, like something special to do? Maybe a special tour, maybe something to give up to your fans, because after all, you have like a really, really strong fan base. They're so devoted to you. They say it and they demonstrate that every time. Are you planning something?
Yeah, well, so it is technically 20 years of the band, but the first like 5 or 6 years we were called a
I
different
know,
band
a
name.
different one.
So
Yeah.
I don't consider the Ghost Inside until we put out our first record in 2008.
Yeah.
So nothing planned for 2024, which would be 20 years of me being in a band and doing this. But like I said, I don't really consider that first stuff. So I haven't really thought about the 20 year stuff. We just did 10 years of our record, Get What You Give,
Yeah.
last year, 2022, yeah. And nothing in the works, but I'm sure when the 20 comes around, that'd be what, 2028. I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll make a big deal of it, because that's an accomplishment in itself. Being in this for 20 years, it's really,
It's a long time.
it's a long time. It's a lot of grinding, and we've reached a point, like even before our accident, we were reaching a point where this was our career, this was our lives. We would go out on tour and be musicians. That's what we did for a living, and now even more so. It means even more. Like before, we'd come to Spain. Never we've never been up here, but like Madrid and Barcelona, like we'd go down there, and like I would just assume in my head, I'd be like, oh, we'll just be back next year. We'll come back next year. It's okay. Like, like, and then now it's like such a different appreciation for things, and so we're definitely gonna do something for the 20. It's still a little ways off, I think, in our minds, but I definitely want to make it a point to go to every single place around the world again for 20. I think it'd be exciting.
That would be really cool. But also, like, because you don't count on those first years, the first 5 years, as like part of the Ghost Inside.
Sure.
But somehow fans do.
Oh yeah, of course.
But it's good that you're not taking like the pandemic, for example, like, resting those years like that didn't happen. That's not, how to say, like, you're not getting to the 20th anniversary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, our last record came out during the
2020,
pandemic in
yeah.
2020. So we
That was pretty brave for you, actually, to release an album in 2020.
it was hard. It was hard to release it and not tour on it, because that's what we're used to, is like put out a record and then you tour on it, and then you come back home, you write another record, and then you go and tour on it. So it was a little different this time around, but I think because of the accident, we had just come back, and then the pandemic shut everything down, but we had this music, we had this record, and we were like, what are we going to do? Sit and wait until everything's okay again? Like, people need music now more than ever, People
Exactly,
are
exactly.
just at home with nothing to do. They need music. So like, it was something that we just wanted to put out, and then, when the time came, luckily, the pandemic, cleared up a bit, but we're able to go on tour and play these songs, with that feel fresh to us because it's our first couple times playing them, but like they're not new songs, so that's why we've been
It's a
working.
bit weird feeling, right?
It is weird, but we've been working on new stuff, and it's gonna be coming out soon, so we're excited for that.
That's very exciting news. So last question. How you see the Ghost Inside in 10 years from now?
In 10 years, I'm gonna be 50 years old. I'm
You will be young.
50 years young, so 10 years. In 10 years, will be 50. What do I see the Ghost Inside? You know what? It's hard because coming to Europe, we're very fortunate in the fact that we get to play things like Resurrection Festival and all kinds of festivals where we play with so many amazing bands and we get to be a part of that. So I think Europe is special specifically that we always have a home here and we're always able to come do these things, and fans wait and they camp out and they spend all weekend, and they have drinks and they buy merch and they support all the bands. So it's I'm just going to be happy to be able to come back to Europe and see friends and see fans and play shows again, and hopefully not my back or my knees hurt too bad from being too old, but
You will be fine. Come on.
I hope so.
Okay. Thank you so much for this interview. Thank you so much for telling us what is inside of, the Ghost Inside.
Yeah, didn't know
and
that.
we hope to have you back very soon. And I hope also that you enjoy your show today and you enjoy the festival and Viveiro, which they're really happy to have you here.
I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. We'll hope to see you guys soon. See you out there.
Okay. This was the Ghost Inside, Yadia for Resurrection Fest TV.